Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Grand Theft Maniac. Here are 10 secret side quests everyone missed in GTA 6. Number 10, Nuclear Waste. An area of Grand Theft Auto 5 that can often go overlooked is underwater. That's understandable because it can be difficult to navigate under there, and it's so vast that it can become time consuming. However, there's a pretty cool side mission to be found there with the use of a helpful submarine. After completing the mission, the Meriwether Heist, an option becomes available to purchase a sonar collections dock. With the property comes a submarine. Once you have it, you can begin the search for the 30 nuclear waste barrels spread out around the shores of the city. The search is done through the Traffic Key app, and each barrel earns you $23,000, giving them all nets the player $250,000, which is a pretty penny. Number 9, The Hangover. It's hard to imagine since the game is still so relevant today, but when GTA 5 came out, the Hangover franchise was still fresh, so it makes sense that something relating to those movies was included in the game. There's a point where you will come across a man in his underwear tied up to a lamp pole. Upon further investigation, you discover that the scene is the aftermath of a bachelor party that went south. Thankfully, you can help this poor guy get to his wedding just in the nick of time. It's basically a scene right out of The Hangover. The reaction when he arrives is great, and if you decide to, you can always end his suffering before he says I do.
Difference, but when you pick the guy up, he's telling you that he's late for his wedding. I cut out pretty much all the driving just because.
Number 8, Armored Truck Robberies. Maybe the idea of hunting for items underwater or going to a wedding doesn't appeal to you. Maybe you're a gamer who loves action. Rockstar made sure there was plenty of stuff to do around Los Santos. For example, whenever you spot an armored truck driving by, you can actually rob it. You don't need to be on a real mission to pull off something like this. All you need are some explosives because that's what it takes to blow off the doors on the back of the truck. From there, it's a fight against the guards who aren't going to go down without a fight. Once they're dispatched, the money is yours. Consider this an exciting way to earn some extra cash around the city. Number 7, Cannibals. There can often be a sense of creepy in the world of GTA 5. That mainly comes when you start to explore the deeper sections of the map, the stuff that isn't part of your daily routine. Once the Nervous Ron mission is completed by Trevor, it opens up one wild ride of a side mission far from civilization. A cult out in Blaine County is looking for lost souls in exchange for money, and you get a text to help out. When you do, you take random NPCs out to these guys, only to find out that they're cannibals. After 4 offerings, the cult turns on you, and you have to fight your way to safety. Not only is the escape thrilling, but you can pick up briefcases containing $25,000 each along the way.
You have like the best kids in the whole world. If I didn't have to work for a living, I would just play with them all day.
Oh, you so bad.
Number 6, Space Vehicle. This is one that a lot of players are still unaware of. Everyone knows that there are all sorts of vehicles available in the game, but the Space Docker might be the coolest. It's certainly the wackiest. The real kicker is that it takes a while to get everything needed so the car can become a reality. The journey begins during the Far Out Strangers and Freaks mission you'll find when you play as Franklin and run into Omega. He says that he was abducted by aliens. From there you start to search for 50 spaceship parts. When you retrieve all of them, Omega uses them to create the Space Docker. Best of all, you get to keep
one
it.
Of these Strangers and Freaks mission, and it actually has to deal with Franklin. So Franklin's the only one who can initiate this. And the way you can get it started is by completing the story mission called
5 Alien Fight. Sticking with the space theme, we move on to one of the strangest things that can happen in Grand Theft Auto 5. In this situation, instead of fighting fellow criminals or police officers, you do battle with aliens. The mission must be triggered by Michael, who can find an activist named Barry around Park Square in the downtown area of the game. Barry convinces you to take some hits of his joint, and it sends Michael on a wild acid trip. The nightmarish visions feature a bunch of aliens that spawn from out of nowhere. To make it fun, you get equipped with a minigun and limited ammo. That means it's a war between the player and these aliens, and it's wildly imaginative.
Where are you fuckers coming from?
Number 4, Join a Cult. There is a bit of everything in GTA 5 that includes cults. To gain access to this side mission, you must play as Michael and surf the web. Heading to the Epsilon program's website, you can take a pretty quick survey. It seems harmless enough, but once you do, a question mark icon appears on your map. That mark triggers the first of 8 missions related to the Epsilon program. They're quite fun as this cult practices stealing cars and running through the desert. There's the hitch that you end up donating over 75,000 of them during these missions. Patience is key though, as your final mission tasks you with delivering a car containing $2 million to another cult member. You can simply escape with the money and find yourself a whole lot richer.
Likes to drink and drive. Don't do that, not a good idea. Anyway guys, so when you do pick them up and you are in their car, it gives you the option to either drop them off at their hotel, like you're supposed to.
Number 3, Murder Mystery. In this game, you can play as a cop, taxi driver, business owner, and a whole bunch of other things, but you probably didn't know you could help solve a murder. Following the mission Repossession, each of the characters can start collecting letter scrapes located across the map. It works similar to the spaceship parts mentioned earlier. The 50 letters combine to help the player find out about the murder of someone named Lenora Johnson. Franklin reads the letter and it points you in the direction of the killer, Peter Dreyfus. While there's no reward for it, the player can go to Peter's home in Vinewood and confront him about what he did. Number 2, Thelma and Louise. While this technically doesn't count as a mission, it is something really cool. Towards the north part of the map around Rayton Canyon, something special happens. Each day between 7 and 8 p.m., a convertible carrying 2 women with guitars and a sombrero in the back seat flies off a cliff as cops give a chase. It's exactly the scene at the end of Thelma and Louise. While the inclusion is just an Easter egg, you can actually save them. With access to a helicopter or just the ability to be really quick, you can block their path. It saves their lives, but the ladies are far from grateful for it.
Once I'm just going to show you play it out as it's supposed to be, and then the second time I'm going to just kind of interfere a little bit and actually be Thelma and Louise. So this is from the 1990s.
Number 1, Hunt Sasquatch. The mission is so rare that it takes a 100% completion mark to access it. Playing as Franklin, the mission is known as the last one. A question mark will appear on the map somewhere in Rayton Canyon. There you engage with the Sasquatch hunter and he recruits you to help him find the beast. From there, you literally get to hunt Sasquatch. That's extra cool because it stems from a famous rumor in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that Sasquatch was somewhere on the map. It actually doesn't take too long to find Sasquatch in this mission. When you do, you're in for a great surprise ending that we won't spoil here. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.